Hello and welcome to YakWaxLips. My name is Michael, your point and click adventurer, and today I'm taking a look at Willy Morgan and the Curse of Bonetown from Imaginary Lab. When you hear the words inspired by Monkey Island, sometimes it's more a case of a carbon copy, but I'm glad to say in the case of Willy Morgan it's rather a sprinkling of pirates with a few homages thrown in for good measure. Now, we have that elephant in the room addressed, let's meet our hero, Willy Morgan. Willy is a slender teen with thin limbs and thick glasses, but what he lacks in physical prowess he makes up for in brains. He has a penchant for history and science and thinking outside of the box, which makes him our perfect protagonist in this pirate mystery. 10 years ago our archaeologist father disappeared and we've been brought up by our mother ever since, who coincidentally is also an archaeologist. Now, 10 years to the day since he vanished, a letter arrives on the doorstep for us, from our father. We've been given a clue to his whereabouts and what may have happened, and the clue leads to the mysterious Bonetown, a ghost town not too far away with a secret all of its own. We open the game in our bedroom and, after receiving the letter, we need to move post-haste, yet somehow, unexplainably, our bicycle is in pieces and scattered throughout the house. Armed with a list, Willy needs to remake the bike so we can get a move on quick. In this early stage, it quickly becomes clear that the game isn't taking itself too seriously. The hunt for bicycle parts is frankly a bit silly. One of the pieces is in the bath, one in the fridge. However, looking past this puzzle anomaly, it really serves up as a tutorial. As a modern adventure game, the controls are super simple. Left click to use or pick up an item, and right click to look at. The mouse wheel or I opens our inventory. And there's also a really helpful hotspot finder you can use by pressing the spacebar. The puzzles are, overall throughout the game, pretty simple. For the most part they are inventory based, and your inventory fills up fast, but there are so few hotspots to use everything on that it's pretty clear how to progress. A few times you do have to use items on each other to create something new though. It's almost criminal that a world that has been created so beautifully isn't able to be fully investigated in the little nooks and crannies, especially when we reach Bonetown. In some places there are only 2 or 3 hotspots in an entire room, yet each screen contains fantastic art I really wanted to explore. This all leads to one of my main issues with Willy Morgan.
Better leave it here. Other travelers might need it.
As the story expands, we have to find certain historical artifacts, and with the inventory we have and so few hotspots, it didn't give itself enough time to delve into the mystery and the history of this creepy old town. It was all a little easy. Bonetown itself is a triumph. It's beautiful. It feels like it's been here for centuries and has so much to say. The characters in them, not so much. There are a lot of locations to visit here, and each shop or bar you enter is inhabited by just one person. There are no other customers here. Although there are a lot of shops and venues to visit, you only need a total of one thing from each of them. They all serve just a sole purpose of the overall puzzle. It would have been nice to utilise these characters more and give them more to do. As the town is quite big, there is also the use of a map, which is really helpful. Clicking on a location takes you straight there instead of traipsing through several screens. Putting the simplicity of the game aside, the story being told is a fun one. Some of the finer plot points have been inspired by The Chuck's Revenge, but it doesn't really matter as it zips along. It throws a few red herrings at you too, but ends up pretty much where I thought it would. After the mammoth toing and froing of our time in Bonetown, the final third brings it to a staggering halt all too soon. It's a satisfying finale, and again the art and graphics really are fabulous, but after spending so long in Bonetown, it was great to get to the next location at the end, and I wanted more. In fact, the more the game went on, the more invested I became in the story of Bonetown and the mystery letter from Willy's father. Musically, it's hit and miss. I didn't feel there were any strong memorable melodies throughout the game, and as thematically it has pirates and history at its core, that's a missed opportunity. Some sound level issues too affect certain parts. You can turn the music down in the menu of course, but after playing over half the game I didn't expect the volumes to swell so much. All the characters are fully voiced and for me each one works pretty good. Willy himself is never a smart-ass kid nor a bumbling fool, and he has confidence but never arrogance, which is hard to pull off. I think Willy Morgan and the Curse of Bonetown is a great entry game to the genre. Despite my relative ease with it, I genuinely had a great time. I wish the world was more immersive and populated a little more, and overall it took me about 4 hours, so I would have liked a little bit more playtime. But none of these reasons should detract you from playing a fun, nostalgic and overall absolutely gorgeous game. There has also been breadcrumbs left for future episodes, so hopefully this story can continue. Thanks for watching my review of Willy Morgan and the Curse of Bonetown. Please hit subscribe for more point-and-click adventure game videos and click the like button to show your support. I've put a link down below so you can purchase a copy of the game either from Steam or GOG. Until next time, you have a wonderful day. Take care.
Not very famous pirate songs by Threepwood.